Members of the royal family may be seeking to avoid certain types of food during King Charles' coronation in order to avoid a smelly breath and an excited tummy during the big day on May 6. As hinted by Tom Parker Bowles, Camilla, the Queen Consort's son, some specific foods might be off the Coronation Day menu altogether, as he discussed his mother's food likes and dislikes, as well as sharing his own opinion on the famous royal coronation chicken dish. Joining Emily Maitlis and John Sopel on the Newsagents podcast, he revealed to the hosts that Camilla would not like to be served either chili or garlic in her food at the coronation. Mr. Parker Bowles, a food critic, said, "Chili, garlic. I think that garlic can make your breath smell somewhat, so I think just for purely social reasons you wouldn't have garlic." She, Camilla, doesn't like chili. She doesn't like massive spice. Mr. Parker Bowles went on, "And I think if you're walking around, and I do not speak from experience on this, but you're walking around meeting lots of people, I think you have to be a little careful not to get the tummy too excited." On what the Queen Consort would like to see on the menu, Mr. Parker Bowles indicated his mother just loves fresh fish and fresh vegetables, adding Camilla has a really nice vegetable garden at home. She loves fresh vegetables. Her peaches that she grows. She really loves gardening, and she always has done. When we grew up, she was a good cook, he added. Discussing the wider menu on the historic Coronation Day with podcast hosts Emily and John, the food writer couldn't help but share his own opinion on the famous coronation dish, coronation chicken. "Don't miss Prince Harry's 7 coronation demands, but only 3 have been met." Latest, Charles Spencer shares catastrophic coronation insight. "Insight, I made coronation quiche, but it needed a 3 pounds. 75 strong ingredient, opinion." Created in 1953, coronation chicken is the original recipe of renowned florist Constance Spry and cordon bleu chef Rosemary Hume, who catered for a banquet to celebrate the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II. However, Mr. Parker Bowles now reckons the dish has become gloopy and horrid, and it has become something really horrible since its creation in the 50s. Discussing the famous dish, he said, "If you think of contemporary coronation food, it goes back to the 50s and Constance Spry and coronation chicken, which in its original incarnation wasn't that bad, I don't think. It was sort of roasted chicken with a little bit of fresh curry powder. But what happened over the years is it became this awful, turgid, sad, sort of gloopy mess, yellow, horrid. I mean, coronation chicken done badly is appalling. And I think what started off as something quite nice and probably quite exotic for the 50s has now become something really horrible." In the latest The Newsagents podcast, Mr. Parker Bowles also praised Charles and Camilla for doing amazingly in their new roles. He said, "I think King Charles is a good, kind, intelligent man who cares deeply about his roles wherever they may be. Prince of Wales, the King, has been way ahead of his time on issues like sustainability, food security, farming, pollution, all these things." He also told Emily and John that he suspects anyone would be anxious ahead of the big day when discussing Camilla's potential nervousness for the coronation, but he added, "She's 75, but you know, it's tough to do it. But she's never complained. You just do it. Get on with it." Listen to the full interview on the Newsagents podcast on Global Player.